Jen and Stacy and the Warriors of Wealth Mastermind helped me get 20 doors in 7 months.
Barton, I am so excited to talk to you today. You've had an incredible journey, 2 apartment buildings in 7 months of joining the program. Tell us a little bit about you, Barton. Everybody wants to know, who's Barton? How does he do it? Let's walk through your journey.
Yeah, I know it's been ultimately really great because throughout this whole process where I was going from like single family and just being able to just get deals on my own and not really bring in all my friends and family into that deal. But as we start to go into apartments, I mean, you guys taught me the way. I mean, Matt, the Warriors well taught me the way of how to be able to bring in other partners and confidently have the right numbers, have the right background in place, and then being able to bring that to the table for all of our partners and our investors. So in that, I was able to bring in my family members, one of them actually being my own brother, where he had a big history. He had experience in real estate because he was a real estate agent from before. So when I presented him a deal, he knew exactly what numbers to look at. So you guys gave me the confidence to be able to have the right numbers in place and be able to present that to a professional like my brother, who was also a real estate agent. And from that, we were able to get our first 10-unit apartment deal over
That's
in West
awesome.
Palm Beach, Florida. For the last couple of years, I went to single family doing my own property management with these deals. And after property managing these units on my own, I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be able to go on a bigger scale and be able to go up to more doors and be able to leverage more doors and for economies of scale, of course. And then also having enough cash flow in the deal to be able to hire a property manager to help for the property to actually manage itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already on the way to be able to partially quit my 9-to-5 job. And that freedom is awesome, and be able to have that time back.
What made you come looking for us?
I mean, over the last 20 years, I actually attended a learning annex over here in San Francisco.
Okay.
And the first person that came on to present for that learning annex was actually Robert Kiyosaki. And that's where we actually learned about, the whole rat race and his little game board about the rat race. And that was like right out of high school when I attended it. And then ever since then, I knew I loved real estate, but I didn't have any family members. I didn't have any friends who actually invested in real estate. And, throughout this whole 20 years, I've, looked at other coaching programs. I've looked at other groups, but I felt like all the programs didn't really deliver, or sometimes they were so big to the point where they couldn't really give you that one-on-one interaction. And when I found you guys, it was actually on Facebook. And I think through your free, your free trainings and your free challenges. And I think that's what really got me. I was like, oh, wow, you guys are putting out a free challenge and you guys aren't asking anything from me. You guys are just asking us to grow. And I'm like over here, like, yeah, you guys are go-givers, Warriors Wealth, you guys are good, go-givers. Jen and Stacy are go-givers, where they're able to just put out free content and they didn't ask for anything in return. They just wanted us to be able to progress our career in real estate. And then as I started to learn more about it, I was like, yeah, I feel like this is what I need at that time to be able to meet and actually talk. Because there's other people out there you can talk to their associates, or they have someone else in the background that takes over after you join the program. But with Jen and Stacy, it's not that. That's where a lot of coaches and masterminds and gurus, they didn't do that.
What is your mindset towards all of that when it comes to real estate investing?
Real estate investing, it really is a team sport. And if you're going in it and you hear about it and you learn about it, but you don't really actually have that family to push you and egg you on, like, hey, don't worry, just keep going and push through it. And I feel like that's where the biggest value in the Warriors of Wealth Mastermind is, that we're just not just a group, we're a family. When I joined the group, within the first within the first 3 months, I was already ready to go. Like, yeah, it was a great deal. I knew it was a great deal. And then I also had like-minded people within the group who were able to say, that is also a great deal. Let's go ahead and do it together. And that was the best thing, because now we're being pushed as a team to be able to accomplish our goals.
Looking back, what was the first big milestone, the first big win you had in the mastermind, that first 10 unit?
Yeah, it was. It
right?
was the first 10 unit, and just being able to get in there and confidently say, okay, these are the numbers, these are the deals, this is a great deal. And the thing is that over the last like 3 years, I've looked at hundreds and hundreds of different deals and underwrote so many different deals and looked at the returns for them. So when this deal came along, I knew confidently from the education and also from having the coaches also back me up, and Jen and Stacy back me up, and also the Warriors of Wealth Mastermind team back me up to say, yeah, that's a fantastic deal. I want to be a part of that. That once I knew that it wasn't just only me fantasizing that it was a great deal, right? But everyone else also saw that it was a great deal too. And because of that extra support, we were able to just, I was 100% confidently able to go out there and bring in other investors and say, this is a great deal as well too. And for me to confidently, to be able to send that information to them and also be able to send them the proof and the numbers and everything that goes along with it. Of course, everything is a risk, right? All investments are a risk, but I was able to actually go in there and say, 95% sure that we're going to be able to make a profit on this. And then because of what you guys show me and just making sure that all my odds and my ends were covered throughout that whole process. For our money partners, we were able to provide them a 13% cash on cash return. And then also after the first year, after our tax benefits and cost segregation, to provide another 13% return on their money. So in the first year, calculating about a 26% return on their money in the first year, and then being able to refinance that and then be able to possibly be able to return all their capital back in the first, somewhere between 1 to 3 years.
Those are really good numbers. Okay, let's talk about this second deal. Oh, well, actually, was the first deal value add or stabilized?
No, it was more stabilized actually for this deal.
Okay, so let's talk about the value add. The other 10 unit.
Yeah, so the other 10 unit deal was another deal that someone from the Warriors of Wealth Mastermind brought, and it's a value add deal in Maine. So it's a different area. I don't know anything about it, but the good thing is that our teammate and someone from our group and Mastermind is very familiar with that area, and so it's an up and coming area. A lot of the rents were way below market value. So we're going to be able to do a value add to it, do some construction to it, and then be able to raise the rents and then be able to refinance that in the future. I think for this one, we're going to be able to raise the rents on this main deal after stabilizing it around $500 per unit or so.
$500 per unit in increased rents. 5,000 times 12 months. So $60,000 increase in rents on that value add. How much rehab are you guys doing to it?
We're doing a pretty good amount of rehab to it, but I would say more like cosmetic to the interior doors and into the interior rooms of the unit. But we're going to be able to provide housing. So this is a low-income housing, and we're going to actually be able to provide Section 8 housing. And so that was the biggest thing, where it's a little bit different from the other deal, where that we're going to be able to kind of tap into a lot of low-income housing, different kind of funds and grant funds with the city and they might also be able to kind of help with a lot of the different rehab for it. So that would be fantastic.
If anybody's listening has deals and they want to bring them to you, like, let's just say they got a value add deal and they're like, oh my God, I have this value add deal and I need money. You're the money guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would you be okay if they reached out to you?
Yes, please do. I mean, reach out to me on Facebook and we can always connect. We can build that relationship and we can just talk and see how we're going to be able to kind of put all the pieces of the puzzle together to be able to get towards those goals.
So, okay, last question, Barton. If somebody's out there and they're like, I want to learn how to do multifamily investing, but I have people that are naysaying me also, and I just don't know. I might want to do Warriors of Wealth. I might not. I'm just a little afraid. Like, what advice do you have for them about multifamily investing?
I would say with just investing in general, or just with any mastermind in general, 200%. Warriors of Wealth Mastermind is definitely where I would invest in your money in yourself. And the best investment you can make is in yourself. And the only difference between me and another person is that we started early. And between me and another person is someone who also starts, from 5 years from, like, well, how do I get to where you are? It's because it's all about time. As long as you get into it and you learn and also have the right support system That's the biggest thing. You guys helped me get to my black belt in real estate, or getting me one step closer to it at least, right?
Yeah.
So, and so I think
Definitely.
that was the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing.